we're back. Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Stellaris High Kingdom of Terra business once again. So, just to catch you up, last time around was more of a rebuilding and recovery session than anything actually particularly action-packed. Because the stream before last, we took on the Eprian Corporation and managed to grab a handful of systems off of them. Right now, we're busy preparing for another war with them because, while I had initially said that I would want to go after the Psychonid stellar hegemony first, I have, in a sense, changed my mind. Because I just feel like it would be a better idea to get rid of this corporation. And then, if I grab up all their territory, I can use that to create a vassal and actually start playing around with having vassals, which was kind of the point of this series, what with the fact that we are a feudal empire and all. So yes, that would be rather nice. I'm currently reinforcing my fleet though, and we're building up Jansen Station into a starhold so that I can get some more anchorages to deal with the fact that we are currently 13 over our naval capacity. Right now, our first fleet is at maximum strength with our 1 pirate cruiser, 13 destroyers, and 40 corvettes. The second fleet we're still reinforcing. It has 12 corvettes to go before we start adding in destroyers into the mix. And that one's going to be slightly less powerful since it doesn't have a pirate cruiser to draw strength from. I also need to get myself a forge world to start mass producing alloys, because alloy production is becoming something of an issue for me. We have plenty of consumer goods coming in from Tritonus, which is our main industrial world, but alloys, not so much. But considering how little it has in the way of raw resources, Nova Serica might make for a good forge world, honestly. I may just have to do that. Regium is obviously our mining world, because look at all those bloody minerals. Oh wait, no, that's Valen, that's the mining world. My bad. We haven't really decided for Regium. It might be another mining world, just because of all the minerals it has. But we're not really lacking for minerals right now. We'll just have to wait and see, honestly. Just have to wait and see. And they're saying how we were going to wait on destroyers. Apparently, my shipyard and reinforcement stuff doesn't agree with that assessment. It wants to pump out a destroyer to add to the second fleet bloody now. Because why not? Why the flip not?
Construction complete.
And there we go. Oh wait, we already had destroyers coming in. in this fleet. That would explain why that's a thing. I have 4 Belgrade class. We need a bunch of corvettes also, like I said. But I'm going to continue with my efforts to get the alloys I need by selling a lot of other materials. Well, for the time being. There are 1,500 consumer goods in the toilet. And I'll take a whole bunch of alloys. Well, I say a whole bunch, 450. And use that to start reinforcing the fleet from Alpha Centauri again. 2 corvettes and a destroyer. We gotta keep up that reinforcement. Regium's getting a robot assembly plant so robots can work the mines. Because why the hell not? Nova Serica finally has an unemployed pop. Though I'm gonna do as I said, I think, and try and turn Nova Serica into a forge world. They can have an alloy foundry. And actually, Tritonus has an unemployed pop currently. So I'm going to move their unemployed worker over to Nova Serica. That way both alloy production jobs will be filled once that foundry comes in. And we can just start pumping out a whole lot more alloys. We're kind of lacking in the alloy department at the moment, as you can see. With the amount that are being consumed by our fleet, it's brought us down from about 17 to only like 10. Not that 17 is a whole lot of alloys, mind you. Still. Still equivalent with those neighbors. And we've established contact with the Curator Order. My favorite enclave, because we can buy knowledge from them. And included in the things that we can buy from the curators, actually, is research aid, random cool stuff, L-Gate insights, and information about how to more easily kill the Leviathans. Which will be very useful when we finally get a fleet large enough that I feel like we're in a good position to take on that Ether Drake, who is sitting right next door to us. But that won't be for a while, considering we probably need about 50 to 60,000 military strength to pull that off. But at the moment, I do kind of want to buff our research. How much would that cost? 2,000 energy to increase our research by 10% for a very long time, about 10 years or so, I think.
Construction complete.
Alpha Centauri has finished its thing. We have a bunch of ships in that fleet. I'll add another one to it to see if we can't get all of our corvettes added up. Very little time left to go until Jansen Station can get some more anchorages.
Construction complete.
How much? 40 alloys per anchorage is going to be what we will need. So I'm going to sell 1,500 food. and we'll use that to fund the alloys that we need to upgrade our anchorage. I'm going to need to do a lot of anchorage upgrading because I need a bigger fleet, and we can't really support having ourselves above naval capacity for an excessively long time. So, let's check this again. That'll still have us slightly above our naval capacity, but we'll be above it by a lot less.
Construction complete.
Alpha Centauri has finished a thing. And that fleet is now to 41 out of 70 strength, as opposed to 34, whatever it was before. And I'm gonna keep on reinforcing. Once we have both fleets at full strength, I plan to take on our friends up north. Friends in inverted commas, of course. Let's see now. Next, I will take a claim on that system. I'd like to claim at the very least all of that stuff. If we have to give up those two systems to the Ancient Kingdom, so be it. Actually, hold that thought. Those two systems would be unconnected to the Ancient Kingdom, so that would never happen. If I just claim all the stuff over here, then once I take it, the corporation will be all mine, and then after I take those guys over, I'll be the only one with access to those two systems, so there's no need to lay down claims to those. I can just take it into my empire when we get the influence again. It's perfect, it'll save me some influence short term. Now there are 3 more systems I need to lay down claims on. We need another quite a bit more influence, a few hundred in fact, so still a couple of years off, but we're also a couple of years off that fleet being fully reinforced again. And now, I do believe it's time we have a look at something over here that happened very recently. You see, we found ourselves this planet here that was apparently formerly shrouded, or not there or something, I don't really remember. And it contains a bunch of Stone Age primitives. Who have apparently advanced into the Bronze Age since we last looked. But they're sitting on a massive size 16 Gaia planet, and I want that planet. So we've sent our army over for a little bit of a friendly visit. And then after our army does their visit, they will perhaps stay and
all sword
occupy
ground
it,
elements are dropping on
possibly
target.
forever. And those idiots didn't even have an army, so this is our world now. Nee, 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 nee. We successfully invaded the planet, subjugating primitives. Our armies have successfully invaded and subdued the primitive forces on the Vulture. The locals have given up all attempts at fighting back, and we have now subsumed their civilization into our empire. Although backwards as they are, it may take some time for the natives to become fully productive members of Terran society. To them, our weapons must appear like magic. They get stellar shock. And rather foolishly, they are not slaves. Why do we have you aliens as full citizens? No, no, no. You're slaves now. Crack the whip. You can keep decent conditions. We're not total assholes. We'll let you have reasonable conditions, but you can't colonize. And I'm going to turn on migration controls. As for the type of slaves we want you to be, let's check our options. I could leave them on chattel slavery for more resources from the jobs. I could become domestic servants and increase amenities. Happiness minus 20% as opposed to 30%. I could potentially make them battle thralls. If I wanted to be able to recruit slave armies, but these guys are useless. They're deviant and repugnant. The only thing they're good at is living a long time. So they can do the back-breaking labor in the mines as far as I'm concerned. We're unfortunately not xenophobic enough to eat them. So they get the back-breaking mine labor. Give it a moment, and now they are slaves and they all have jobs. Well, technically jobs. I don't know that we'd really call it that myself. But since we have a human pop currently growing in on Elysium, I think we can afford to have a temporary reduction in Elysium's farming output. Actually, no. Instead of reduction in farming output, we'll unemploy one culture worker, and that culture worker can move over to Vulch. Because we need to work on colonizing this place and getting humans on it. Unfortunately, the human population is still rather outnumbered by the slave population. So I think our army is going to stick around for a while. Although, I'm not entirely certain if I want this planet to stay named Vulch. I suppose it could do, but who knows really. If you have any suggestions for a better name, do let me know. Those enterprising people over here, struggling to think where they were for a moment, have closed their borders. They don't like that we annexed some primitives. Well, bully on you. The Ancient Kingdom can't be bothered to care, apparently. They still have over 200 opinion with us because of our long-standing defensive pact. And the corporate holdings aren't too bothered about it either.
Construction complete.
Regium has finished its construction queue. Working on Nova Serica currently. And we're losing energy credits right now because of some of that. But the planet's stability is going up, which is nice. It should improve once we get some more technicians on this planet. Bunch of idiots closing their borders. I don't care. I really do not care. Shrouding. Balls. Well, that's a dead pop. We've lost all contact with Volt. It appears that the planet's surface has been engulfed in a strange fog. Right. Yeah.
Science Division report success.
That didn't go over so well. Now did it? So guys, can we do anything about this? Because that was a colony of mine just now. We just lost what would probably equate to in terms of actual population, because for obvious reasons pops don't have a one-to-one correlation to how many people they are, but if I had to guess, I'd say at least 300 million people would be what a pop is. So we just lost, in effect, about 300 to 400 million people in terms of humans. The slaves don't matter because they're slaves, but we sent human colonists over there to help keep control of the place. And then that happens. Gravitic sensors and listening post research is done. I could get the automatic survey speed. Or there's auxiliary fire control and moat harvesting traps. I think I'll get the moat harvesting traps. Auxiliary fire control honestly seems kind of useless to me, and there are barely any systems that we have access to survey right now, so more survey speed and ability to do it automatically is not something I particularly care for. So we'll go for the moat harvesting. Yeah, to be honest, I never really use the automatic surveying feature. I'm sure a lot of people find it quite useful, but for me it's just kind of a waste. It's a thing that's there, but I can't be bothered to want to use it. So it's nice for some people, I'm sure, but it's not the sort of thing I care about.
Construction complete.
Nova Serica's construction is done. And that should boost our alloy production a bunch, along with putting us into negative energy credits, most likely.
Inbound message traffic.
The Nara Corporate Holdings would like a migration treaty. Go on then. We can always do to have a bigger population. Up to plus 17 alloys coming in. Not gonna complain about that. And we have a new contact with the Asrunda's Commonwealth. All the way over here on the edge of the galaxy. I speak on behalf of the Asrundrun's Commonwealth. We are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual's freedoms of our citizens in a galaxy full of alien horrors. Oh, you're that kind of democracy, are you? I see. Our elected leader, President Janathus Grivagach, warns you not to interact with our citizens or approach our space. We serve High Queen Decima Autumn Star. And they've immediately closed their borders. I'm not even going to pretend to be surprised at that. Yeah, xenophobic democracy. Lovely, ain't it? Just bloody lovely.
Construction complete.
33 out of 40. Military strength in our second fleet. Our High Queen has leveled up. And I don't know which... I'm guessing she picked up Reformer for more unity. Speaking of unity, we can now get more prosperity tree things. Specialist output increased. That's what we want, I think. So give me some of that. And let's see how much our consumer goods and alloy production go up next month. Not by much, but every little bit helps right now.
Construction complete.
I suppose. We're now far less above our naval capacity, though. I'd like to not be above naval capacity, but that ain't an option right now. All the political alliances and stuff that we're in, apparently, non-aggression pact, research agreement, etc. Those have us a little bit low on influence gain, unfortunately, which is kind of a pain. Get another ship into our second fleet, please. We're still equivalent. That's very annoying. I don't like being equivalent, but I've discussed this before. Great. Now we have an opinion problem because of our defensive pact with the Ancient Kingdom. But the Ancient Kingdom likes us a lot more than the Lenara corporate holdings down here, so if you had to choose one of them to betray in order to expand our territory, I think the Lenara would get the short end of the stick. Just because... oh, they've just formed a commercial pact with the Terra Republic. As I was saying, they'd probably get the short end of the stick just because we like the Ancient Kingdom more, and if we're basing it on our relationship, that would probably make more sense.
Construction complete.
Second fleet is getting a tiny bit bigger. So now, time to sell more stuff. 3,000 minerals and 1,000 food, I think. Amount of alloys. So next, I'm going to plunk down an upgrade for one of my anchorages. And we'll get another ship into our second fleet. Good God. Will you guys stop forming diplomatic arrangements with the Terran Republic? They're dicks, and I do not like them. Whatever. Not like we can actually stop them, I suppose.
Construction complete.
So I guess we just have to live with it. Get another ship into that fleet. Regium now has another worker. Get another generator district going. And they're doing robot production currently. Very nice, because then I can use those robots to work jobs that humans don't care to work. A little bit more housing on Terra, I think. And yes, the Ether Drake is
construction complete.
Left it. I'm not even a little surprised. Not even a little. But now I think we have the influence to lay down one more claim. Do indeed. Whitewood here. Come on. Still some time to go before we have enough claims to war. They're still fighting the allied planets there. I don't know if this is actually going to become a victory for the Eprians, but I just noticed this. The Ranayan allied planets have 3 colonized planets in the same system. That's a lot of territory. These guys are gonna have to take over if they want to win that. We'll see how it goes for them. Hopefully badly. The Defender appears to have hit cap on war exhaustion. But our attackers aren't that far away. That far away at all. Yes, though we're just gonna have to keep growing the fleet for now. It's kind of both annoying and awesome that we remain equivalent to everybody, because it means all of our neighbors are still capable of giving us a decent fight, on the one hand. But, on the other hand, it means we don't get the
Science
sheer
Division
awesomeness
a new
of being so overwhelmingly powerful compared to someone who can just steamroll them. I think, overall, it's definitely good. There's a bit more challenge than there used to be, honestly. It got kind of boring in the late game, when I got so powerful I could literally just walk over everyone with no threat. Maybe this will change that. Though, to be honest, I don't know how much of this is the fact that I have the difficulty one stage, and how much of it is the supposed AI improvements Paradox made. That Swarm Missile research is done. Next thing to research, I think, is going to be destroyer hull points. So we can make our destroyers that much harder to kill. Destroyers are going to be a big part of our fleet for a long while yet, after all, so they should be difficult to bring down. Still need a bunch of alloys. But I don't want to sell anything. Okay. Ancient Kingdom entered a non-aggression pact with someone. As I was saying, I still need a lot of alloys, but I don't have any material that I'm high enough in that I really want to sell it. And that upgrade is going to take a while, but once it's done, I'll be able to get some more anchorages and address, or at least get closer to addressing this naval capacity issue. Regium is done with that. And the corporation failed to conquer their breakaway state. That's gotta be, what, the second or third time they've attempted that? Obviously not going their way. Not at all. And they just broke a non-aggression pact they just signed. That's dumb. Get a generator district up there. We need some more power. Right now, energy is our biggest shortcoming. Everything else, we have a decent amount in. Even with alloys that we're kind of struggling for. That's only because I started doing that massive expansion of the fleet. Without that, there would not be any such issue. So alloys are not the biggest problem we have right now. The biggest problem is energy. Which we just do not have enough energy right now coming in. The governor of our core sector just croaked it. And everyone is equally worthless. We've got resilient. Wait, I take that back. Tired fleet officer. Cheaper costs to build ships and faster shipbuilding. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have that. That way we should hopefully be able to get the second fleet at least up to strength in corvettes, if not destroyers, much faster.
Foreign powers are engaging in active hostilities.
The stellar hegemony has just declared war on the Lenara. You know, it depends on how this war goes, but I'm gonna keep an eye on that. That's interesting. If they start losing this war, then I am going to pounce. Even though I said we wanted to take care of the corporation first, if the hegemony is weak enough that we can knock them out and take a bunch of land off of them, then I will do so. I will indeed seize. So, I'm considering moving my fleets over to there.
Construction complete.
let's see. This is a defensive war. They're fighting. I do wish there was some sort of option in the game of offer to join a war with someone, like there are in a lot of other Paradox games, but there does not appear to be any such thing. Very unfortunate. Okay, now we can do a bit of resource selling. There. We're still losing energy credits for some reason or other. But I have a lot more, so we can last longer. Although, you know, I was thinking I may want to colonize this planet in the Asphodel system. It's small, but it is a Gaia world just sitting there, and that is going to be just insanely valuable. It really is. So I should take advantage of that.
Construction complete.
Terra finished up its construction of that city.
Construction complete.
Valen finished its mining generator. And we're now in positive energy again. Excellent. Lost a
Construction
few points
complete.
in how many alloys we're pumping out, but oh well. Up to plus 16 energy. Nice. Still about 3 months to go until our Starhold upgrade is done, and I can deal with that by getting some more anchorages up and running. Not that I'm gonna stop working on that, mind you. Spend those alloys, so I'm getting a couple more corvettes for the fleet. 2 more Nagasaki class. Those two have rivaled each other. They entered a defensive pact, or a non-aggression pact, rather.
Construction complete.
At the cap for corvettes for the second fleet. Still need another 10 destroyers if I want to max it out, but if I wanted to go to war right now, I'd be in a good position to do it with either of them. Well, already one of their systems has been occupied. That's nice.
Construction complete.
Now, that anchorage, we need more anchorages there. So now, Get the second anchorage queued up. And we are going to get ready to start doing some occupation. It looks like these guys are losing their war. At least it looks that way right now. So, I think it's a good opportunity to jump on their asses. I'll have to wait until we get the influence to lay down a claim on their capital, as well as on that system. That's going to need another 95 if I take that. I could just not take the capital and leave it just totally isolated in the middle of a bunch of territory that we control. That's pretty viable, I think. Ah, that's what happened when I took my fleet out of dry dock, apparently. I think we want their capital, though. That's more important than anything else. Going to have to wait another month to lay down that claim, though. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'll have that claim. If I can get Durabatur, I will, but I won't bother about it. I won't worry about it too much. Fleets.
Construction complete.
Move in there. It's one of them. These transports are heading in, but they've got a while to go. About a year or thereabouts. Not gonna be short. Well, it's over a year, but a good approximation, I guess. For now, I think we need a monthly trade. Let's say 30 minerals. If that puts us into the negative for minerals, I'll get rid of it. But I need to stop our energy from hemorrhaging like that. It's doing perfectly fine. Then I'm going to set up another trade. 5 food. We'll see if that doesn't help any further. Because I think we need to have our energy credits positive, otherwise I'll be constantly worrying about that during this whole war. I can cancel the trades once we end up at peace
Science
again.
Division report success.
But for now, I think we'll go with this. Remote harvesting done. So now I think we need that energy nexus research. As I said, we're kind of having energy problems at the moment. So let's deal with that. And it looks like the hegemony are not winning this war. Though the attacker does have more war exhaustion. Still, this is going to open up a second front on them. And these two-front wars tend to not be the best thing in the world. So let's do it. Anchorage going down.
Construction complete.
And we are now at our naval cap, rather than being over it. Good stuff. Get me another generator district on that planet. Would you look at that? We've shot up a bunch in our income. There we go. 4 jumps left. A mere 4 jumps for our transport fleet to get itself into position to start fighting. I could always attack now, since we're not going to be going after the rest of this immediately. I could. Durbar there. I need 46 more influence. It's going to go above a bunch, but this isn't going to be a war that will win immediately. So I can afford to wait until during the war to lay down the claim, since we'll probably be at war for a while. Fortunately, the two-front war thing should help us out, since they should have to focus down here, where the first attacks came. Although, on the flip side, one of the places I've laid claim to is their capital, so they might just decide that's important enough to abandon everything and move north. I hope not, but it could very well turn out that way. Let's hope it doesn't. Alright, upgrade that so I can increase our naval capacity some more. And be below it, and therefore build some more ships. Now we still have another 10 destroyers who can fit in our second fleet after all. Something I'd really like to make use of.
Construction complete.
Alright, Regium is done.
Construction complete.
And so's Terra. Wait. What? We have an unemployed robot? Even though there are technician jobs available. Why are you not working the technician job? Why? Tell me why. That technician job is obviously there. Yet they've decided not to bother. I do not understand. Okay, you guys get over there and get ready to jump. You also are going to need a general. She'll do. It's not a particularly good trait, but she'll have to do, I guess. Start building on that. There. Now everyone's in position, but I'm going to wait until the 1st of 2273 to start the war. So how are things going for these guys? Attacker war exhaustion is starting to creep up. I could wait another 3 months and get that last claim down, but no, I'm going to declare the war now.
Standing by to commence offensive operations.